Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games Discord servers as we are playing over the internet during this shutdown. I'm actually in the finals here with Heather. Been playing some Euro Post and having some fun with it. I'm not sure it's worth the blue splash. That is very much the question right now. Green just doesn't have Brainstorm, and that's the main issue. I mean, I think you can probably do without Euro, but Brainstorm, I mean, that is a massive, massive cut, and it just does so much in this deck. Here we've got a turn 1 Skirk Prospector, a not particularly scary start for Goblins, and an Elvish Reclaimer off of Basic Forest. Fetching as well. Reclaimer definitely better in the blue-green build as you get fetch lands, which can do all sorts of shenanigans. Easily getting to the 3-4 beatdown plan. Though, to be fair, that doesn't seem to happen very often, or become relevant very often, I should say. We have a Goblin Pile Driver coming down. That does represent some danger. But from here, the Elvish Reclaimer could fetch out a fetch land. And actually, no, it couldn't. Comes into play tapped. So I'm thinking of crop rotation there. I wonder if I'll make the same mistake in the video. That'd be hilarious. It's very similar to crop rotation, but it is not crop rotation. When you're getting a Cloud Post or a Vesuva, sure. And now we've got a Pyrokinesis going to be clearing the way. And what's the play going to be here? Shields will be down either way to this Wasteland. And gonna go ahead and activate. Ditching the forest, all right. Grabbing a Misty Rainforest. That's gonna come into play tapped. There's almost no way that's correct. And now a Goblin Crater Maker. Upkeep drawing. Oh, wow. I see what I was doing. I think I was trying to get more lands in the graveyard for another Elvish Reclaimer. All right. And that is definitely a consideration. Cloud Post and Candelabra. A little bit of a target for this Goblin Crater Maker. Pushing through 5 damage with Pile Driver alone, a total of 8. And a fetch land, I don't know if I fetched once or twice. Down to 7. Wasteland takes out the Cloud Post. And a Rishadenport. Things looking good here for Heather. She's got lethal on board. Just gotta hold it together for one more turn. Candelabra targets Tropical Island. It untaps thanks to... Rishadenport targets the Trop. And it untaps itself. Cloud Post enters. And 2-mana Green Sun Zenith. For an Elvish Reclaimer. And I believe he would be a 3/4 now. So he could totally trade. Well, with Pile Driver, could actually block the Crater Maker and take 6 going down to 1. Probably don't block the Pile Driver this immediate turn. Want to keep that guy around to do some work. And Heather, like a Goblins player, turning it all sideways. Looks like this Candelabra going to be taken out with Crater Maker and going down to 1. 2 creatures. But there's some possibilities here. Elvish Reclaimer can get Glimmer Post. Can also grab Glacial Chasm if need be. I mean, there's some life left. These post decks have a lot of tricks to them. It's going to be 3 mana from Cloud Post. 5 mana total on board available. I'm going to first use Elvish Reclaimer. So go grab a Cloud Post. Now they all tap for 4. 4 mana. Candelabra, 3 left. Untap, now 12 mana. 2 floating Ulamog. Brutal. Only 1 blocker and gonna exile the basic Mountain and the Skirk Prospector, counting on Ulamog to be enough to stop the Pile Driver. And that is going to do it. So pulling that one out at just 1 life left. Wow. That was actually more fun to watch the second time around. Heather will have the play here. Aether Vial, Goblin Lackey, both of them dangerous starts. That last game starting with Skirk Prospector didn't quite have enough punch. Though to be fair, I mean, it was only 1 point away. Goblin Lackey, a legit threat versus really all decks. But at least this Europost has a bunch of Elvish Reclaimers that can stand in the way. Also have some sideboard answers in the form of Dismember and actually one with some Hydroblasts as well. Goblin Lackey on the first turn here. Let's see what type of answer there is. Basic Forest into Elvish Reclaimer. Ooh, and Lightning Bolt clearing the way. Now Heather actually told me she's actually on a singleton Lightning Bolt in the sideboard. Oh, and she lands a Muxus into 4 Goblins. This is looking like a turn 2 kill here. Sling Gang Lieutenant, Munitions Expert, which doesn't even need to target anything, and a Goblin Ringleader finding even more gas. Oh, and a Wasteland on top of it? That is just graphic. That Wasteland sealing the deal. Wow. Actually using the Wasteland on the Caracas. I don't love that line. If I have crop rotation there, that would have been a blowout. Would have been able to respond by untapping the forest, playing crop rotation, then sacking the Caracas, and would have at least been able to stick around for a little while. There's 7 Goblins on board, so would have needed to make sure to stay above 7 life. But that might have been an issue. Though, I guess there's the Muxus to consider. I don't think it's really bad to be bouncing Muxus for Heather. She replays it from her hand and gets 3 more Goblins. And that should do it. That's just going to be straight up lethal. Sacking things to Sling-Gang Lieutenant. In an absolute horror show game, Goblin Lackey running wild, putting in his new bestie, Muxus, and just creating an onslaught here. Just so many Muxus. And this is some absolute goblin death. What is the Scourge card there? Can't remember it. There's a Scourge card which just kills you, does X damage, where X is the number of goblins you control to a player. Goblin Warstrike, that's what it is. That was certainly a Goblin Warstrike to the face. As Heather easily wins that one on the play with a Goblin Lackey. Actually had a blue Elemental Blast in hand, I believe, that game. And just did not have the opportunity to be casting it. Dismember getting sideboarded in. Yeah, we see that. The Hydro Blast, actually. Slightly better in this deck than blue Elemental Blast, as you can get it into the graveyard to bring back Euro if need be. If you actually just need to play a card just to get a card into the graveyard. It's a possibility. The distinction between blue Elemental Blast and Hydro Blast, pretty small. Not a ton of times where it really matters. You know, but it's a fun theoretical exercise that has very minor real-world upside. Though, to be fair, we do play Magic against humans, so there's probably an argument for playing slightly suboptimal cards that actually will not matter if it might just tilt your opponent. Oh, here we go. Goblin tokens, the remarkable tokens that I've been tinkering with. Been having some fun. That's actually that same one. I kept the Goblin Romper. I don't know why that amuses me. A Goblin or a Romper just is absolutely ridiculous. And then the Goblins staying home. So the idea being you've got Goblins attacking, and then the ones that are staying behind to block. And then we've got the quantity box there, so you can just write how many of each token are on there. I've been saying I got to get those onto the shop. I really genuinely do. Somebody force me to do it. Say you'll place an order if I get them on the shop. They are $5 with one marker, and I think I got a package for $10 with a set of markers. We've got a Wasteland taking out that first Cloud Post, and now a Goblin Lackey as a follow-up. So not a turn 1, but we got a turn 2 Lackey. Now a Tropical Island. 2 lands in the graveyard. And a Brainstorm. During the end step. For a Green Sun Zenith. So no third land in the graveyard. So just a 1/2 blocker. Will it survive? Munitions Expert could take it down. Oh, and there's that Lightning Bolt again. The Singleton out of the sideboard. Clearing the way for Goblin Lackey. And another Muxus. This is looking to be a repeat of the first game. Another Sling-Gang Lieutenant. And Mog War Marshal. And this is just going to be over without some type of incredible support. We're going to see that Mog War Marshal sacrificed end of turn. And now a Green Sun Zenith X equals 1, but that's going to be too little and far too late as a 1/2 here, practically irrelevant. I think it'll likely have to chump block the Muckus. And a uncounterable Goblin Matron, making sure that this Goblin Lackey does plenty of damage. Maybe not literally, but at least psychologically. We're going to see yet another Muxus on camera. Everything turns sideways. Muxus has to be chump blocked just to stay alive. And that is going to allow for another trigger and plenty of fodder for this Siege Gang commander. Oh, just 2. Oh well. Only 2 off of that Muxus. And that is going to do it. A Reclamation Sage and an Ulamog left in hand. No help at all versus that Ruthless Onslaught in there. I vividly remember that. Heather pointing out that that is indeed a singleton, which was just very, very good to her, clearing that Elvish Reclaimer. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know about these Hydroblasts. Having the blue mana for them is a little bit dicey. Might have to start actually metagaming for Goblins and try out some Gut Shot or something. Just 0 casting cost removal. We will see as this metagame continues to evolve. We'd love for you to be a part of it. You can check that out every Wednesday and Friday at 7 p.m. You can play with us, and the feature match ends up here on YouTube for the whole world to see. Thanks for watching. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.